Lee, thanks for talking to us. If there's any questions about character and wanting to bounce back from your team, you proved a few people wrong today, because it looks as though you might have been out of it, but you were back in it and got a deserved point in the end.
With that we could have been out. They could have been out of sight as well. 2-1, they missed an opportunity. I said to the players, the character of the group, never ever question him. But that first half performance is totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Rigid, not brave to take the ball, and I'm just repeating what I've said to the players, but in a much calmer manner. It shouldn't take for goals to go in, for the shackles to come off you, and just playing that freedom. Obviously a change of formation can help that as well.
What do you think went wrong in the first half? You wouldn't have seen that coming, would you? You would have done your preparation, you knew how they were going to line up.
The preparation for the game was excellent, absolutely excellent. Again, I can't fathom out why. Maybe because that's their first game of the season, the energy and the atmosphere, what comes with it. But you should be able to cope with that. And I said in the dressing room, I said it wasn't young players doing that. It was people who've been around for a bit doing that, making mistakes, simple mistakes. The turnovers we had to get our set of forwards through on goal, and then just the pass to get there to them fell short, or they kicked it against somebody. I lost count. I completely lost count of it. But again, good character, come back from 2-0 down again. We said last week we don't want to make a habit of it, and we certainly don't, but a point's a point. And I've got to now draw on the positives of that, and look to Tuesday in terms of what we're going to do.
I know you have to be careful when you sort of analyse a referee's performance, but it couldn't have helped that you saw 4 bookings in the first 20 minutes, and I think he actually brandished 2 yellows in one incident for your players.
It's hard work for them, Graham. I'm going to stick up for them a bit. It's hard work. It's really hard. How they, with the new, it's just hard work. How they make to control what's going on with people's emotion like that. It's like a switch has been done, and players can't do it. Players are going to show emotion, but particularly when they get a foul, and it's never been a foul. It wasn't even close to being. It was handball, I think. The lad handballed it. It went out of play, and then the lad handballed. And I said I'd never moaned. It's the first time I've been booked. And also, he ignored me. And if he had turned around and just put his thumb up to me, sorry, yeah, got it, played the game, played the game with me, it'd been fine. But you're not even allowed now to speak. I wasn't swearing or anything like that. And there's yellow cards going around everywhere. I feel sorry for them. I do. I think it's too much. The rule changes. I think there's too much. You're just going to end up with robots and no emotion in football.
Well, let's get back to the game then. We talked about defenders scoring goals. 2 more goals from 2 defenders. Great strike from Zach Williams. And just before he actually got his goal, Rio Adebisi went very close, didn't he, to getting it on the score sheet for the second successive Saturday. But he's done it with a fine bit of football and the cross, and he's on the end of it to get you back to 2-2.
Yeah, we played some really good football second half, really good football. And then we had the opportunities. They had an opportunity, I said, I didn't think they really had another opportunity after Austin missed, but we had plenty of opportunities. Forwards being in the right place, them doing good blocks, Rio getting across them from the opposite side of the pitch, just missing out on one. Like I say, good bit of football, ball in there, and he's on the move again. He's got a knack for it. Zach, when we changed formation, is able to step out and do that, and show some bravery in the game to take that shot on. And it's good that we're spreading the goals around, and one will drop for one of the forwards because of the opportunities and the positions they're getting in. But obviously I'm going to watch it back tonight, particularly the first half, and we need to eradicate them first halves pretty quickly.
How big of an impact did those substitutes have though?
Massive. Nev come on, brought others into the game. Really big impact. I thought when Ryan come on, it was sound. I thought Shiloh changing position into that high midfield position was a handful for him. They couldn't cope with him when he was looking to get in behind. But the substitutes made a real good impression on the game, and that's what they've got to do. Mattis likewise, they come on, showed some courage to get on the football. Lost it a couple of times, don't care. But he showed the right appetite to run around on a football pitch and get hold of the football. But that's what they've got to do, and they're right into contention for Tuesday.
Yeah, you've talked about that. It's a quick turnaround of fixtures, 2 home games coming up. You've had 2 sides, Mansfield and Swindon, are going to be there or thereabouts, you would think. an opportunity to keep good home form going against the likes of Newport and Walsall.
Yeah, it is, but we can't keep saying we're playing against sides that are going to be in there and around it. We've got to look at what we're doing in our own performances, and that first half performance, what we've just seen there, is not acceptable, really not acceptable. I've let the players know after the game, but again, the positive thing is the reaction of the players. Yeah, we've got 2 home games coming up. Whatever team we decide to pick, they've got to show more than what they showed in the first half, and particularly maybe for 5-10 minutes in the second half.